me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the day of the video. Darren, how's it going today? Today we just taxied onto campus because I thought it would be less stressful than getting a bus and a train, and Christ no. Basically sat in the back of a converted van. We left, right, they were late. I booked them for 7:10 and they arrived at about 7:20. I normally leave in the car at 7 o'clock and we got here at 8. And I normally get here around 8. I've never been so terrified at the back of a fucking hell. He was like Lewis Hamilton in disguise. Bloody Nora. Kind of letting my heart rate drop back down again. Calm down. Fucking genuinely, I'm in the back of that car thinking I'm gonna die. Because he was driving like a nutcase before we even got onto the fast roads. As soon as we hit like Death Road, which I think is a fast windy road, like we were already doing 60 in like 30 zones, and then he gets on that road and puts his foot down. I'm like, fuck, I'm dead. As though I have an exam in an hour and a half, I'm gonna go to the lab and look over some of the stuff. And Freya is going to appear out of nowhere as well, so I'll probably talk to you after the exam at this rate. I'm feeling mostly confident about it. There's like, it's quite essay based, which is the only reason I'm not like super confident. If it was like small chunky questions, I think I'd fly it, but they're not, they're quite like big, which often means that I'm not very good at writing essays, basically, that's what I'm saying. Exam is all finished, just got the bus down to the train station, and we're in a relative rush. I guess I'll talk to you soon. We think it went well, so that's good. It's 12 o'clock. Not looking good for getting to Laura for a decent time, but we'll see what we can do. I've been listening to my podcasts on the train now, it's great. Noise cancelling headphones on trains. Can recommend. Right, now plan of attack, walk to the bus stop and bus up to home. It's probably unlikely that I'm going to be able to get the car to the garage by 1 o'clock, which is what the plan was, but I'm trying my best, alright? Otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, that exam, I thought it went pretty well. Met up with Freya beforehand, went through, Freya's the person, one of the only people that I know that go to that lecture, and she was at like every lecture, she sat next to me and stuff, so we did like a bit of like organisation and revision and like stress relief together, I guess, before we went to the lecture itself, exam itself. We were in the big exam hall for the lecture, although there was only, we were like one line of 10 that were doing our course, because I think only like 15 people do our module, so anyway, yeah, otherwise, four questions, picked the first 3, they were nice ones. The 4th one was a bit ambiguous, design rationale and design space and how that helps designing, and I'm not sure how design space, which is like a number of things that could be a design, help design spaces. So we avoided that question, both me and Freya did. Instead choosing to do questions on HCI, security and trust, and multitasking. Then also some questions on, well, a question on mental models, the human computer information processor and shit. So yeah, I was proud of that. The only one of those that I didn't spend a lot of time revising was HCI and trust. It's something that I understood and knew quite a bit about, but I didn't devote revision time to it. But the way the question was asked, it was like, that's the obvious one that you talk about in this. Let's talk about like an empirical study that was carried out and some of the flaws in it, and I'm like, that was a good one to talk about, so it was good. Either way, 1 exam down, 1 to go. I've got 9 days to prepare for it now, so plenty of time, no rush at all should be good in the hood. I don't think I've ever had like 9 solid days to do one thing before, like, you know what I mean? So I've got 9 solid days of nothing else but revising cryptography. And to be honest with you, I think I'm going to need it. Because cryptography scares me compared to the others. And I'll be honest about that. But over the next 9 days, I'll move that scaredness into, I'll be an expert, is what I'm saying. I'll be an absolute pro. This exam, I essentially had 2 full days of revision for it. Although it was a much easier to understand and grasp concept. I think because HCI is very like psychology based. Psychology is in its essence easier to grasp than things like cryptography, which are heavily based around maths and stuff like that. Like essentially, if you don't know something in HCI, you can look at it and go, what's it sound like it's near, and then talk about this other thing and then overlap into it. If you don't know what you're talking about in cryptography, you don't know what you're talking about and you get a 0. So that's the advantage and disadvantage of like exam essay style questions. It's often possible to blag yourself some marks if you don't know what you're talking about, whereas it's also harder to get 100%. Whereas if you go for the other way, which is like more maths based, you either get 0 or 100 usually. Anyway, let's get on a bloody bus and then drive the car to the garage, walk into town to have lunch with Laura, and then go do some revision until the car's fixed. Hopefully we get the car back tonight. I think it only needs new spark plugs. Rather awkwardly for this bus as well, I've only got a £20 note. They do give change, but I imagine he's not going to be happy about it. For sake, he could only give me a change ticket. I'm not going to get a change ticket for £18, am I? Don't be stupid. Is there anything I need to buy in town that's cheaper than 20 quid? I braved it out and brought my longboard. Could have been there, well, soon. Quicker than it would have taken to get the bus and get change and shit. God damn it. This is a problem, like, because I got the train the other day and I had to bus around then. I've now burnt down all my change supplies. I had to get cash out, got cash out, and then you can't put £20 note in the train ticket machine at a train station. So that caught me out as well. If only the cash point there took 20 quid, and I've had coins then. There's a spanner in the works. I can't take the car to Graham, my best mate, not Graham the hamster, my best mate the mechanic, until tomorrow morning, or tonight. I could drop it off tonight, but he won't be able to look at it till tomorrow. So it's problematic. It means that we're not going to be able to go shopping tonight, so we're going to have to like be selective of what we need, and then we're going to have to walk to Tesco to pick it up. But I mean it's irritating because it was a good, if I could get it done today. I only think, like I say, it's spark plugs, in which case it's quite easy to fix. I wonder if it's not worth calling the AA out to it. The only thing is, like, I was going to use this as an excuse to basically like go out. I can go and have lunch with Laura. I can then go to the library and work rather than stay here and work. Because I'm maybe less willing to do work here after just doing an exam. Anyway, we need to open some windows. It's so, well, it's not hot today, but it's quite humid. There's supposed to be thunderstorms coming as well at some point. Which is part of the reason why I'm not going to drop it off tonight. I'll drop it off tomorrow. It's mildly irritating because it's like, it stunted me. It's like a bit of a brick wall that I ran into instead of, that's partially open. Like I had momentum for the day. I was busy all day, but I had momentum. Now I'm going to stutter a bit, but like the car, arguably. But yeah, but it's worth it. The guy I take it to is really good, so. Let's have lunch then, eh? Come to say hello, Graham, while I have my lunch. Yeah. The revision begins on crypto. I'm waiting for Laura to get home now. She'll be back, like, more or less imminently. I don't know whether this is a good thing or not, but crypto's like a lot of maths. That's not a good thing. But it meant that I started to neglect it when I was doing like notes typing up. I neglected it way earlier than I neglected everything else. I think as well, I actually remember I'm typing up the lecture notes from a certain thing, and I remember doing these lecture notes in Bristol University while I was waiting for the Fiat Punto to be fixed. So I remember that. So I'm typing up all of the notes that I haven't previously typed up. So I guess that's like my first pass through of the revision, and then we'll get to the point where I then start going through things again. I mean, like it's a case of trying to go through it and trying to learn it as I go. I'm terrified about crypto, but we decided we were going to get Domino's tomorrow as pizza. But today, since we're not going shopping, we may as well get it today. So, sounds good. I'm excited about that, it's got to be said. So I've just been learning all about block ciphers. Private key cryptography. It's such trash. I have a running thing with university where I don't see its point. I don't see the purpose in it. Specifically in my courses and stuff, because like cryptography, I like partially knew it would be a lot of maths, but I also thought it'd be semi-applicable to modern day life. But no, basically it would have been a lot better if it had been a thingy module. A what module, Jamie? It would have been a module on computer security. I'd have taken the fuck out of that lecture. But no, cryptography was the closest I had to it. But there's a lot of maths, and a lot of maths, to be fair, on things that have already been proven to be not legit security cryptography systems. So pointless, really. But I'm now waiting for Laura. So
pizza's here. Laura's gone to go get it
because we didn't want to order it in my name because Domino's might not like me because other people have ordered it in my name in the past and it hasn't been me. Oh guys, we just had well, I say we had pizza and stuff. When Laura came home today, but she's had like quite a big bad headache, and like it slowly got worse over the evening. And she just got to like the point where she like could barely stand up and stuff. So I was like, I banished her essentially. I didn't want to go to bed because like she didn't want to go and sit on her own in the dark. But like obviously you can't, if you've got a headache or like a migraine or whatever, you can't sit in here and watch TV or anything like that, can you? So I said like, just go to bed. And she's like, I don't want to be on my own. So I said, alright, go to bed. And we'll listen to a podcast. Like we'll turn all the lights off. You can have like a little flannel on your head. We'll just do a little podcast. So I went in there and we listened to fast to become a big fan of podcasts. Unexplained it is. And she like falls asleep within like 5 minutes flat. And I'm lying there and I'm like, I need to go to sleep, but I need to finish my video. I need to go to sleep, but I need to finish my video. It's only 10 o'clock. Knackered. Like sitting in a dark room listening to like a podcast on quiet. Man. Hard work. It really is. I'm like trying to stay awake as well. Madness. Anyway. It's 10 o'clock. What's my plan? Should I go to bed? Or should I stay up a bit? I don't know. If any of you guys listen to any podcasts, let me know what they are. I'm genuinely interested. Because I want to get into some. These are the ones that I'm listening to. Serial, which I've finished the first series of. The Vergecast and Control Alt Delete are like technology ones. They're not proper thingies. Developer T is one that I'm trying to get into. I think it's the guy's voice. I think he emphasises things weirdly and I don't particularly like it. So I find him quite irritating. Also, because I'm at the beginning, they're not really covering anything interesting. But then otherwise, 99% Invisible is really good. Pilot, there's only been 2 of. I've finished them both. Startup's really interesting. It's where they start a startup, really. Undisclosed, I've just started, which is like a more in detailed version of Serial. Unexplained, oh gosh, which is like unexplained stories. Ooh, it's all spooky. And Criminal, which I haven't started yet. I'm going to try that out. Laura says it's good. But yeah, so if you know any others, I like story-based ones, I think. So yeah. Gone off of ones where it's like just 2 people talking about something. That's the kind I used to always listen to, which is why I listen to like Control Alt Delete and the Vergecast. But I've fallen behind on them and I'm like not particularly trying too hard to catch up, so anyway, if you know any, let me know about them. But yeah, it's only 3 minutes past 10. I'm not going to bed yet, am I? That's madness. But I'll get it in the video. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to go to bed. I'm probably going to listen to a podcast and then head on to bed. So I'm probably going to get like my Surface, my computer out, maybe play some Hearthstone or something while I do it. Or just casually, I'm going to get my laptop, I'm going to spend like 20 minutes or so just listening to a podcast, and then I'm going to go to bed. Which one should I carry on with? Should I listen to Undisclosed? Again, well, that's only a 10-minute one. Let's save Undisclosed for in a car. Let's listen to the first one, A Criminal. Let's see if we can get onto that. It's only 19 minutes long. It's not even worth getting a laptop for 19 minutes, I don't think, but I don't want to waste time. Let's go get my Surface. Right, okay, I'm going to do that. I'll catch you later. Alright, another design flaw for this Surface. I'm back. If you, with this hinge here, oh, come on, you're just in focus. So as you can see, look, if you push the screen back, which is difficult to do for reasons I've discussed before, but I can't. Right, okay, watch. Like, you see that there? That that it's possible to get hairs trapped in that, and then it hurts if you've got hairs on your legs and it's on your bare legs. So don't do that. I'll catch you later.